There's not gonna be any dialogue. Just watch this shit. We're not done yet. It is a beautiful day, isn't it? Isn't it always a beautiful day when Ryu Hayabusa is on screen doing some new shit? And I have a theory. I think I think Ryu studied Virgil. I think he realized that there's also another swordsman in the hack and slash world with a katana, and also oral farms with every move. So Ryu was like, I can probably pull that off too. So many things happen in that sequence, but since I already recorded this technically, and I forgot to goddamn record it, I'm gonna do a retake on this. So it's not my first reaction. Apologies for that. However, I have a better insight of what's going on in this video, so it's gonna be a shorter one and more detailed one. So let's go through it slow mo. After I read this out, prefer your ninja ensemble pristine. Disable Gore for a cleaner look. But if you want to the full intensity of the combat, leave Gore on and relish the violence. So toggle. There's a toggle for Gore mode. You can have blood being spattered all over the place and stuff, and your character gets bloody. It's more dynamic that way. Or you can turn it off. So that's good. Go to Yakumo's bonus outfit, get Ryu's edition for the deluxe edition. So yeah, this is just a pre-order bonus. You get Yakumo skin just pre-order in the game before the update. And Ryu's is deluxe edition, so you have to get the deluxe edition upgrade for it. But I forgot the name of the thing, but the Ryu's classic outfit is it is the classic outfit. This is what Ninja Gaiden looked like when it first appeared. This is what Ryu looked like. So that's that. And I did forget what Yakumo is called, but let's break down this beautiful video one more time. Let me check if I'm recording this time. It is recording. All right. Starting right off the bat. Okay, maybe not right off the bat. Okay. So we've seen both of these enemies. Mid clip. And just in the background, right in the middle of the battlefield. So I don't know if you can like utilize it for essence or such, but might be ghost fish in there. Who knows? They haven't opened it. I hope they're not back. I like them because they heal you, but gosh. Nothing new. The OTs are all similar. The only thing new here was the way the enemy spawns. You know, they drop out of the air. Classic Ninja Gaiden. They just drop out of the air, T-pose in, and that's it. So OT, the kick OT. We've seen this. We talked about it. I made fun of it. That his kick has no force compared to Ryu. And yeah, this is what Gore toggled off. There's no blood on him. He's clean as a whistle. However, then since we have a clear view of these assholes, they're dogs. These are canine legs. But not exactly canine. They look like they have long fingers. So obviously they're abominations of some kind. Some spirit. If I knew my Japanese yokai mythology, I would probably know exactly what this thing is. But yeah. Gets the D-limb off, and the OT's dog. Very brutally. This is, and again, level with me here. I know people don't like when Ninja Gaiden gets compared to other stuff. This is, in turn, God of War territory of brutality when it comes to stuff like this. Like, that is very brutal. Putting the sword inside the dog's mouth. / retaliation. Nope, down boy. Puts the sword inside the dog's mouth. And just rips the top half of the dog. Peter is not going to appreciate this. However, insight. I was going to do a list of not to do wish lists, pretty much things they should avoid doing in Ninja Gaiden. And one of them would have been, they should not make any enemy not being able to get OT'd or UT'd. And 3 had this problem, 2 had this problem that you cannot OT dogs. You cannot delimb them. You either kill them or they live with 0 HP and try to grab you one last time before they die. You know, you couldn't kill them. You just had to damage them until they ran out of HP. So, thankfully, that seems to be resolved in 4. It feels like a complete game now, and not a half big piece of shit. You can't OT dogs. And it is brutal. It is absolutely brutal. But yeah, nothing in the background for the most part. It's pretty dark. Got some flowers. You got the chest again. Might be Ghostfish. Who knows? And this time Gore is on. I think when Gore is on, you don't get blood on screen. I lied. Okay. So yeah, you get blood on screen regardless. I hope that's also a toggle. But yeah, Gore off, you get no blood on your character. Gore on, you are showered with blood. So, play however you like. That's awesome. Now, bridge ramp, I'm thinking this is where you come from. You jump into this arena and fight. Level the building, actually. Looks like a building. It's hard to see, but that looks like a building, not a bridge. And now, the main event. Ryu! Activates ultimate. If you guys recognize this animation, I give you 5 seconds before guessing it. It's the signature launcher for Underworld Drop. It's the launcher for it. Genshin does it with the claw, Ryu does it with the Archfiend Blade. However, whatever this is, that's new. I still don't know what I broke down this video and didn't record, and I still don't know what that could mean. But let's just go through it. And yeah, Gore is off, no blood on him. There's still blood on the floors, blood marks all over the floor. So it's not like blood is completely off. It just means, do you want to keep your character clean or do you want to keep him dirty? I'm probably gonna play dirty the first time, but I'm gonna toggle it off afterwards. And yeah, another move, but I'm just losing my mind seeing him do stuff like that. And this is him OTing the dog. Ryu's OT against the dog is not as cool as Yakumo's, but I think this is an animation we've seen in the previous games. I remember this animation being done on something. I just forgot what it is. Something similar to this at the very least. Yeah, Gore on. He is absolutely covered, right? So, let's break down Ryu real quick. So from what I can tell, this is he starts with a forward square. No, this is just square, square, delimb, square, launcher, but so now I can do one correction here. Remember when I said the one of the clips when he activates when you see this Oron or Ryu in the survival clip? I said this might be Nimpo switching. So I can confidently say that I'm wrong, and this is Ryu activating his ultimate. The bar that's down here, the purple bar. So for Ryu, it might be blue because the aura is also blue on him. But yeah, when you activate the ultimate bar, you gain access to these new shenanigans. The game is signifying how stronger he is because he's moving generically, and you've seen after images of him, which is like speed. And then he does this. We've seen him do that every time he has aura on him. And if you need proof, when he pops it, you see all the glowy bits on him? The silhouette, the light silhouette around him? Like, yeah, the ultimate is active. He does this thing, and then it's gone. So for Ryu, the ultimate might be segments and not just a full bar. Because it seems like Ryu gets access to super moves, not a super state. So, yeah, again, I need a HUD to confirm all this. But this is crazy. He does a generic heavy in the air. He goes for the helm breaker. Watch the dog. The dog did a red attack. And if you want proof on that, there's a red flash that pops up here. You see the red flash. So the other dog is doing the red attack. I'm just gonna let this play out for you guys because I don't think you'll get sick of seeing that shit. And the generic heavy collided, I think, with the dog's attack, and it didn't seem like it. I think it shattered him. Actually, I think Ryu's heavies shatter enemies. He doesn't need the blood raven form. I think if you heavy something, they just break. Ryu broke the other dog. He's midair. As you can, this is actually a perfect frame. He retaliated from that hit. He recovered, and before even touching the floor, he canceled the recovery animation of destroying this guy's hopes and dreams into an OT. And then bam, gone. Less blood on screen, I've noticed, though. Disappears much faster. I'm glad that's it. This might be a more recent build, by the way. So things look a little bit better and crispier in this one. It could be because it's not fucking raining. That could be an issue, but or thing, not an issue. Definitely not. So bad news for everybody that's familiar with dogs. They still have fly and swallow. Dogs still can do fly and swallow, so because he does it one here, and then he's doing another one. While Ryu is also doing the fly and swallow. He activates ultimate again, goes on the floor. Bam, bam. And then delimbed, square, 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 and then immediate OT. I think if you press heavy at any time when enemies are wounded, you just do an OT. I don't know if I gotta break some muscle memory to get used to that. Because I'm used to Ryu being an absolute idiot and do everything but the OT when you have a dealing. So that might get some getting used to. But if I can also break down the area a little bit. So you get green torches. I don't know if they signify anything. Don't know what significant they have in Ninja Gaiden because I don't remember seeing 2 and 3 have green torches. 1 might have. Matter of fact, I think it does have green torches that signify something. That seems to be where you're supposed to go. Down there. Right? It seems like a staircase going gates and stuff. But yeah, that's the objective. And there is this. So after you're done with this battle, you're probably taking this route. You're going down. It's colored up in a way to grab your attention, so they definitely want you to go this way. So you are going deeper into the cave. You are going deeper and deeper into the cave. So maybe the Yagatama is here for the dragon sword to make turn into the true dragon sword. Maybe that's why Ryu's down here, or maybe something else. Who knows? When it comes to story speculation, I don't even want to speculate. So, that's the clip. That's pretty much it. 30 seconds, just showing the costumes with door toggled on and off. That's it. Ryu has a whole bunch of new shit. This recovery thing. This move is so beautiful. Now look at the hurt box on that. Like the third flying swallow didn't even how far he is. I don't know. Oh, pardon me. That move looks crazy. Crazy implications. So I'm gonna guess that clashes exist. If an attack frame collides with an attack frame, you should offset it. But again, this just might be because he's doing the red attack and Ryu's heavy attacks break the shatter enemies that are doing red attacks. So could be that. Could be any of those two. I don't know. Speculating on 2 options. There might be even more options. But that's pretty much that. And I wanted to bring up one little thing before anything. This piece of information has been around ever since they put Ninja Gaiden 4 as a product on storefronts of online and all that. But yeah, it's practically saying the epic hack and slash combat evolved Ninja Gaiden 4 fuses Team Ninja's tempered combat philosophy with a stylish dynamic action gameplay of Platinum Gate, engaging in visual stunning combat that rewards precision and strategy, which has always been the case for Ninja. Use Blood Ninjutsu to transform Bloodbind Ninjutsu to transform your weapons and devastation upon your enemies, alongside legacy techniques like the Izuno Drop and Flying Swallow. The legendary Ryu Hayabusa also returns with revamped yet familiar sets of tools to master. So we haven't seen Ryu have tools for the most part. We don't know of these tools. We know of a tool, right? So they haven't shown Ryu have too much stuff. So and I the unless the translation is abysmally bad, they cannot be possibly talking about tools in the sense of like he has multiple nimpos and one weapon, because like those are like not really tools. And if it was move sets, they would have just said moveset. So yeah, the tools here, big wording. He's most likely is again for people with heavy hearts that Ryu's not gonna have weapons. There's a lot of information and statements pointing towards he will, and gameplay HUDs and all that we've seen. But then again, we've only seen Giacomo's HUD, so I'm not gonna make any assumptions on it. But yeah, it would be criminal to have all this and they were like, yeah, we don't have any other weapons. It is a possibility, but it's looking lower and lower possibility that he doesn't have weapons. And I'm willing to bet the next trailer is going to be about either story focused or Ryu's toolkit. I'm hoping Ryu's toolkit because I'm tired of the hate train. That's it is that's someone else's art though, so some credit was there. But anyways, that's the clip and that's the tip that I was gonna talk about. It was that. Just gonna get rid of that, and most likely there will be a clip in two. It's either Saturday or Sunday. Sunday I can't cover it unless I do it really early, so they got to drop it a little bit earlier than this. But as far as if they do it on Saturday, um, let's make a bet. I'm guessing they're gonna show Archfiend Blade for Ryu because that is the only piece of downloadable content left out they haven't shown. We have not seen the Archfiend Blade in action. We've seen both of Ryu's costume. We saw all three Yakumo's costume. And I think we saw Yakumo's weapons, but if not, then I guess they're going to showcase Yakumo's weapon skins. Which, again, I think they did, so I think they did in some clips. But yeah, we'll get to it. At the very least, we have 5 more clips. At the very least, unless they do all Yakumo's weapons in one video. But yeah, so Saturday or Sunday, new clip. For now, marinate in this theory craft because there is some stuff here that are like crazy. Like it's ultimate activation into the enhanced state into that just to get that move out and then back to normal. It's freaking sick, man. It is sick. So yeah, I am guessing Ryu's. It's you know how Nimpo used to work in 2. You just press the button, it uses up one of your Nimpo segments. And you just do the Nimpo. I think Ryu's enhanced state works like that. He has segments. He just pops the segment. It's active for a few seconds, and as soon as you do your super move, the segment completely disappears. So you might be able to stay in the enhanced state for a while before you actually capitalize on it. So, but again, speculation. I haven't seen the HUD, so these are just theory crafting. Anyways, have a great day and enjoy the Ryu Hayabusa.